AJ's face. I didn't intend that to happen.
I don't know why. Oh, I should probably move that away from every time you try and take screen captures of me. There's a reason this show on a Tuesday has always been in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And it's because Raw is trash.
You know what? I'm not gonna call it trash this week. I thought it was a solid show. I'll defend it. I'll defend Raw this week. But I'm not gonna defend it too hard.
Why are we defending it?
I'm not gonna defend it too hard because I'm dead tired. I ain't got nothing in the tank, guys. We're running on fumes.
This is the phone-in show.
Yeah. If I could phone in, I would, but I'm too tired to even dial the numbers. I'm just gonna send a text and say, "Fuck this place."
She just left the room and started barking again.
Cause she smell N-words, Manny. You know it.
I can't even block out the sound.
He's gonna go get it. He's gonna attack the dog.
No. There's two bits of news. The quick bits of news is if you have PlayStation Plus, I think it's the higher end of PlayStation Plus, you can get WWE 2K26.
Oh, another discount like they always do.
No, it's free. You can download it for free if you're on the highest tier, I believe, of PlayStation Plus. That is the standard edition. You don't get no Bloodline edition and all that other jazz.
I don't know that.
And then we didn't cover it on the weekend, but Andrade was released.
What?
WWE.
Manny, I didn't hear about this news.
Well, you seemed disappointed over the weekend that we didn't talk about it.
No, I didn't know. So I was, finished the show, just went to sleep, went to work, yada, yada, yada. Put on the fight and whatnot, and that's all was on my feed. Next thing you know, the next morning comes when I get home. I'm like, Andrade, gone. When? It's supposed to be 2 days ago, whatever it was.
From a mid-August taping of SmackDown due to his most recent suspension, and the former United States champion was escorted out the building. Corey Hayes of Bodyslam.net, I believe, noted that WWE had tried to reach Andrade for several weeks, but they were unable to get in contact with him. PW Insider noted that Andrade had traveled to South America, so this was seemingly the reason for WWE being unable to reach him. Well, how? Just because he went to South, I'm assuming South America, you can't ring him?
What did he do? What is he doing? Something? He's like, nah, no phone. I'm going to my roots. No phone. I'm going to South America. I'm just gonna hang out here, and no one's gonna fire me.
Could Andrade become the first wrestler to jump ship twice? I don't think AEW want that. I don't want. Yeah, I'll say.
Nah, why? Why would AEW go that route? Sure, he's a talented in-ring competitor, but there ain't nothing else after that. He was just nothing but drama in your locker room the first time, and now it seems like he was nothing but drama in the WWE locker room where he's not calling them back. It's not like they were doing anything with him special anyway. Like any promotion, did anything special with him anyway. I think he's done. I think there's nowhere for him to go. I think it's done.
I don't think he's. I've never really rated him.
Damn.
Because you need to be able to do it all.
But he is sin. He's sin. El Elidor, sin almost.
Nah, he was meh.
The problem with Andrade was that his lack of English and just any type of charisma. Like, it doesn't come through. So, like, when you see Penta and he goes, no one love Penta or something like that.
Why you know
Andrade don't have that. Yeah. Or the way he walks or the entrance and all that, and just the riz that come from that man, or him and Ray Phoenix and their energy, or even Dragon Lee. I'm comparing them all to luchadors. And Grande Americano as well. There was no pizzazz.
Well, the other thing was, look like you want to be there. Like, every time he was out there, it was very evident he didn't want to be there. You better learn some other trade or something, Andrade, because I don't see your future in this if you're gonna keep coming at it with this attitude.
Yeah, so it seems like he's done with wrestling because WWE and AAA have a deal, so they ain't gonna fuck with him with AAA. AEW and CMLL have a deal, and Tony could be like, man, fuck him. Don't sign him. Fuck him. He could go to Japan, but that's even more lost in translation, and that's not going to help them at all. All right, it can't go to TNA because WWE kind of owns them. He's kind of black. He's kind of out.
Yeah, and it's all because of him. This isn't. Oh, AEW treat me wrongly, and then WWE treat me wrongly. He has been catered for in both companies and hasn't delivered.
No, he's got opportunity after opportunity. He had moments to shine. It's just nothing there. So good luck to your future endeavors. Enjoy, I guess, MLW, maybe the NWA, maybe House of Glory, maybe all three. Sneeze, as Manny says, bullshit to all of those. I know he did.
I was sneezing.
Bullshit.
And I feel like my lung nearly came out of my nose.
Hold on, JK Smith doesn't mean he's wrong.
Rika looks like she's trying to hold me back. Good morning, evening, happy IT appreciation. I've really read that as
no, yeah, I did too.
Appreciation Day. Guess I was wrong about Sam Darnold and Messi, and we'll be 0-2 against your Seattle Sounders by the end of the day. Oh, you're seeing like you're having a bad day, JK.
Yeah,
Smith.
JK Smith, don't feel bad about being wrong. Not everybody can be me and just be right all the time. I'm just right all the time.
When you're wrong, it's horrible sometimes.
Yeah. I never bring up my misses. I shoot a lot of shots, Manny, but occasionally the good ones go in and they get note. Okay. If you want to talk about the NFL, I missed 2 picks this week, and it's depressing. I still lost.
You should be in some proper money league for Pick'em then.
Apparently I got a gift now.
I think you do. I think you should be in like some type of money league.
Yeah, once I'm in the money league, Manny, all this magic is gonna go away. All the luck is gonna go away. But it's not like any of my luck is drawing me any money. If I only didn't go Saints versus 49ers. Who does that? They came close.
Yeah, let's get into Raw. Guys, this is the last Tuesday episode going forward due to scheduling issues. We will be covering Raw and NXT on Wednesdays and AEW Dynamite on Thursdays.
Yeah,
which is probably going to be the better show, to be honest.
Yeah, or Raw's going to be covered on the same day we cover Collision.
Never.
Never. But who knows? Maybe I'll try to put out some content every Monday or so. I'll try to force something out.
No, don't force content out there. It doesn't work, Marcus. As you can tell by Sharpie Sundays, they're over.
No, maybe it'll be something good that isn't Sharpie Sundays.
But tune in this Saturday for Sharpie-Palooza watch along.
Yep. I may be running late to it. Who knows? We'll see how it works out. But I will be there. I'll just miss the first 25 ads that start the show in a commercial break.
So Raw opens up with LA Knight and Jey Uso shoving each other, and then Adam Pearce hollering at both of them to see them in his office. They continue to argue in his office. LA Knight says there will be peace if he gets the bronze tonight. He tells him he got to find a tag partner. He said he'll tag partner with Jimmy Uso. Jey was not happy with this. Jimmy says he'll put LA Knight to put him in a rough spot, and LA Knight will need to find someone else. But this is when Jey, who was on the phone, presumably to Roman, who got voicemail, Jey told Jimmy he needs to say no to LA Knight, which gets Jimmy thinking, and then he accepts LA Knight's offer.
He fooled Jimmy. Have a big match against the Browns this Saturday. Biggest show in WWE history, maybe watched by everybody on the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. Can't do this. Yeah.
But the real opening was John Cena. He came out there. He said yes to a match against Brock Lesnar because he is the last real champion.
Yeah.
The idea of the last real champion isn't the one that main events, isn't the one that holds the title. It's the guy that leaves the place better than they found it. The last real champion doesn't take their ball and go home. And they operate with hustle, loyalty, and respect. He is afraid of Brock Lesnar, and he could fail, but he isn't going to back down. Cena's jorts are stronger than Lesnar's jeans.
By the way, Lesnar jeans did rip this week. We didn't talk about it at all. That was an interesting moment on SmackDown. Do you think that was planned?
No. I mean, who plans to F5 someone so hard you break your jeans?
It was a nothing segment. You had to do something in there and get the people talking. They're all about the internet. I just feel like that was intentional. I just don't feel like that man pants would have ripped like that.
I don't know. First match of the night was Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. Surprisingly, a good match, despite Lyra taking a bump that didn't need to happen.
Lyra goes full Darby and dies in the middle of this match, where she gets tripped up off the apron, and instead of bouncing off the top turnbuckle, which I think she was supposed to do, I think she just hits her head and then just falls straight down on one of the most violent just drops I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I feel like
you did it, and then Roxanne's like, let me check.
Like that. You do bumps like that, like you end up like Tiffany Stratton, who took one straight to the outside on her head because Jade didn't even attempt to catch that. So I don't think she's cleared at this moment in time.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, Lyra beats Roxanne, and then Raquel comes back out after being thrown out previously to get the heat back, as you know wrestlers do these days. And then Bayley shows up, makes her epic return, and she's hugging everybody and doing old shit, but she's also crazy.
Yeah, Lyra hears Bayley arguing with her voices, then timidly thanks Bayley for helping her. Bayley shouts at her, but my real question is, when did Bayley get her own locker room?
Yeah, this whole locker room, I was like, no way.
It's got a sink in there too.
Yeah, no way she get a locker room with a sink. No way. I'm not buying this for a second, Bayley. You don't get a locker room with a sink. I'm sorry. You may get a locker room, but it ain't one with a sink and a couch. I don't understand why she had her own locker room.
Stephanie and Io have signed the contract. They respect each other. Io insists she will win.
This is the contract that was supposed to be signed last week, right? That was going to be a segment, right?
The ring. Yeah. Asuka runs her mouth.
Ridiculous. Triple H didn't even know it happened. Didn't happen. What? We didn't do it? Oh.
Asuka runs her mouth. And Stephanie tells her to get out of her face. Asuka says she will face KAIRI. And KAIRI, Marcus, warms up like Ric Flair. She was like,
yeah. Okay. I need this to be on paper somewhere, and this is where it is. Kairi Sane is the best women's wrestler in the world. I don't care what anybody says. She's entertaining as hell. She did the warm-up thing, and then she started throwing a little jabs. She's like, whoo, whoo, whoo. I was like, oh, you don't want none of that shit, Velcro. You don't want none of that shit. But
the match between Stephanie McKee and Kairi Sane was so good.
Yeah. It's I would call it a dream match for no reason, even though I don't think it is. It's just just felt good. I don't know. I was really positive on this match.
It was a throwaway match. It was a throwaway match.
I would say both Lyra, Roxanne, and Stephanie and this Kairi match were on point. Excuse me. And I think for Asuka, I enjoy the face tattoo. The snake on there? That's a dope ass looking tattoo. She looks crazy. She's a killer.
Asuka is prevented by Io getting into the ring and getting in Stephanie's face. They argue in the back. Io reiterates she wants to win on her own. Asuka was not happy about it as KAIRI cries in the back. KAIRI.
So this is gonna. I'm assuming Io wins the title. Then she has to fight Asuka and KAIRI, and somehow maybe a triple threat match. Are we going that route?
Something like that. Maybe.
You know, it's Triple H. You know, it can't be a show without a triple threat match because Triple H, he has triple his name.
I just can't believe that it's taken this long to get the title match going.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the only like heat has had. They were like, oh, we're announcing it, it's vacated. They kind of stared out. They didn't really do a contract signing. And then it's kind of was like, all right, here we go.
It's all Jimmy Uso's fault.
But I think we're leaning to this will be a great match, Manny, at Wrestlepalooza. However, I think we may not get a finish. And it's gonna be one of those.
No, we'll get a finish. It just won't be the finish you like. It'll be Asuka either costing EO or helping EO.
Also, Tiffany was not cleared for NXT tonight. She was replaced by the Bird, Lyra Valkyrie, which I think is a downgrade and gives Fatal Influence the upper hand.
Yeah, but I don't know why they just don't continue with Bayley. You could have actually had the fucking blow-ups.
Yeah. But she's not full of hunger. She's just full of crazy. I think her new one of her personas should be Sasha Banks. I'm just saying it doesn't have to. I'm not saying Mercedes. I'm saying she does a Sasha Banks impression. You're like, oh, this bitch is crazy. She does little dance moves.
Kofi Kingston takes on Penta. Despite distractions, Penta wins with a springboard Mexican destroyer.
Should be banned.
I mean, they made a big deal about when Cody got power drived.
Yeah.
That is essentially a power driver with more velocity.
And a flip.
With way more velocity.
Anything happened at the end of the segment? No, right? It just kind of ended?
No, it just ended.
Yeah. Dragon Lee, I believe, is next.
Yeah. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they came out. I don't know what else to say about this segment.
Go ahead, Manny.
I didn't write any notes.
Okay. Becky said what she had to say. Seth said what she had to say. Punk and AJ said what they had to say. The line was drawn that CM Punk is thinking that Becky and Seth can't coexist with their egos in this match. They have a little fight, Becky and CM Punk, a little argument after AJ slaps CM Punk, and he's like, "Get it, Becky!" And he's like, "I didn't ask for this. You put us in this." And then she begins to walk away, only for her to come back and manhandle slam AJ, and the heels got the advantage.
It was a clever ruse.
It was a clever ruse. I was fooled by the breakup.
Then we get Dirty Dom.
Ego's out of control for Dirty Dom.
Saxton asks him about El Grande Americano. He tells him not to worry about it because he is the new mega IC champion. The interview is now interrupted by Penta, who is being attacked by the New Day.
Bad day for Penta. Because the funniest part is Byron Saxton just here. You hear anybody else hear what's going on over there? And then you see it, they just beat the shit out of Penta with chairs and everything. Rough day at the office for Penta. Why nobody love Penta?
Then we get El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee. El Grande is assisted by two other El Grandes.
What do you say, two El Grandes or two Americanos?
What's the smallest size of?
I would say if we're going Starbucks size, we're going tall. Yeah, doesn't please you to say that because they came out there, they helped him get the win. They crawled on the ring. Alan Jones came out there, he lost them. It was like, where did he go? Went on the ring chasing after him.
Yeah, it was bad.
What?
Bad.
I enjoyed the Americanos. I didn't call it bad.
It's bad.
What's bad about it?
Maurice is actually saying that the segment for Seth and Becky, I'm assuming, is a terrible segment. But I felt this whole thing was bad from the get-go.
Yeah, also, man, we can't talk about the Beth. So tired.
Wait.
The AJ and Punk segment. What is your thoughts on AJ Lee week 2 on the microphone?
It's still corny.
It's about the same.
And then when she alluded to her neck, that's all I could see.
Mm-hmm.
She is all neck. She has the longest neck in professional wrestling.
That's not true at all. It's clearly somebody with a longer neck.
She's like that dinosaur with the longest neck. Like, she's all body and then neck.
Come on, brother. Why are you calling her a giraffe? Jesus. or a velociraptor? No, that's the wrong one. Brontosaurus. No. What's the vegan one with the long neck? Whatever. They have feathers in science.
Uh,
Well,
so
the problem with the AJ and Punk segment, where I can go back to that and chime in a little bit. I know I'm tired and I could burn through this. I just feel like, all right, we got the match. We got here to the match. We really don't need any more build to it. It was kind of just there. You could just show like a video package or something. Maybe we had an interview in the back. I don't think they needed to come out to the ring for this segment.
I'm gonna read out late after we've covered this Maurice's comments on the last video we did. It's really long. It's like we've been sent an email for a change. This is what we need. We need comments.
Yeah, I mean, you can email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com if you have a lengthy comment or essay or anything you want to write about it. We will read all of them. It's pretty much that, except for the ones that are ads. Or people who want us to be a part of the ads, because this show will be Atlas to the end of time until we get sponsors.
Except the ads we make up.
Yeah.
Finn ain't happy with El Grande's involvement with Dom, and they want to know what he's getting in return. A scary Rusev tells Dom, "I am the next IC champion."
Yeah, clutches both titles real quick. Shout out to Dom. He may be saving wrestling by himself.
Marcus, so the main event was LA Knight and Jimmy Uso versus the Bronsons, Bron and Bronson.
Yeah.
Marcus, Bronson wins with the jagged edge. When was this the thing? When has this been a thing?
It has never been a thing.
And when was it called the jagged edge?
I don't know. But I accept it. I just thought my main takeaway for this one is not a bad main event, nothing really crazy. Now I'm not upset about it or anything. It's not personal, but we've got this main event at least 20 times. It's like getting one of the Death Riders main events where you go like, I've seen these tag already. This is just a variation of the same match. This is just the Uso match without Jey Uso. That's going to happen at Wrestlepalooza.
Well, it's exactly how Raw has ended, I feel, for the last 800 weeks.
Yeah.
Since Seth Rollins was champion.
Yeah. And
since division was a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't important. And LA Knight did attack Jay to get his receipt, but should just hit him with the chair. If you're going to do it, hit him with the chair. Don't tease the chair and not hit him. Hit him with the chair.
Yeah, that was Raw. It was an okay show, but it was very lackluster for our last Tuesday show.
Yeah.
Last Raw Tuesday show.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up because the Raw Raiders was on there checking on Penta in the back going, what's going on?
So you only like it because the Raw Raiders love Penta?
Oh. But I thought Raw was a decent show with some wrestling, but it wasn't. It's nothing that I'll be like, dang. I think John Cena did waste one of his dates. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I didn't even know he was going to be on the show, to be honest.
I kind of gathered that like he had to. If he's not going to be on SmackDown anymore, he had to do something to build this match between him and Brock.
They sure as hell ain't got nothing to go for. Like, why am I fighting Brock Lesnar? Because I was a linebacker in this college or some shit. And I'm going like, that ain't got nothing to do with shit, John. Y'all have no reason for this match to happen. Nothing. Coming up with nothing. Brock Lesnar attacked you for no reason. Just saying he wanted to be the one to end the career of John Cena. That's all you had to do.
So on the Saturday video, Maurice wrote he's wrote 2 comments, but the bulkier one he wrote was with all respect, I think y'all missed it with the AEW portion of today's show. First point, the Tony Storm and Sky Blue match had reason, considering the Triangle of Madness have been attacking Storm for the last couple of weeks. So with that, I think I said it on Thursday. It just feels sometimes the way Tony books things, he books it in reverse a lot of the time. This particular match should be kind of a blow-off match, and it should be like it should be used for Tekla or Julia Hart, who are clearly the upper ones in this triangle of madness thing. So this is my opinion. I'm no more wrong. I'm no more right or wrong than anyone else.
Stop defending your answer, Manny. You hated it.
No. For me, like I see what Marisha's saying, but for me, it served no purpose in the sense that it was a throwaway match because they were in Philadelphia and they wanted a hardcore match.
Yeah, I felt like it just didn't land with me. I understood that they were feuding with the spider triangles and all that. It just didn't land. It just I wasn't ready. I didn't want to see the hardcore match. It just seemed silly the entire time. They didn't give me, if they really wanted to emphasize this feud going on, at least give me some type of package for the people who aren't watching Collision and all that. Like, I've seen her get attacked, but it just didn't matter. It didn't matter. I think we should at least start with a basic match or do a promo or introduction or something, or, just let us know what's going on, why. Maybe you do that, and I got a silly match.
Maurice then said, I don't feel that Josh Alexander losing to Hangman affected his stock at all. In fact, the match was much more physical and told a much better in-ring story versus Alexander's debut match against Hangman in April. Let's not allow that false narrative of a loss being damaging to your career. Alexander looked great in that match, and the show showcased that he could be in the upper tier. Everything you said is correct. For me, everything he said is correct.
I disagree.
But it's like you put that stank of the Callis family on him, and he's not going to go that far because obviously they've highlighted that it's Takeshka and the Pro Star. Okada's a made man already.
Kyle Fletcher.
So Kyle Fletcher. That are his main guys. So like he's just a lackey for the Callis family. He's not gonna go any further than the way where he is in the Callis family because he's not gonna be taken seriously.
Yeah,
and that's my problem with everything involved with the Callis family. Like all these people, the thing is too big, and no one's really gonna shine outside of those two that they really want to push.
So my issue with the Josh Alexander situation is I've never seen him win. I'm talking about in AEW or on Dynamite. I've never seen him win. He may have a win here or there, but I've never seen him win. And every week on Dynamite, everybody gets a good showing in a match. Every match is 50-50 going back and forth. You could be Brandon Cutler. You're going to go toe-to-toe with Jon Moxley, and you're going to get a This Is Awesome chair. You're going to go back and forth. It doesn't matter. I don't take a good match serious anymore because everybody in AEW are, like I said, the best roster in the world, extremely talented. Everybody can go in the ring. Everybody can go in the ring. There's few people who you go like, ooh, they'd be terrible in a match. Like, I imagine he could go. My issue is where you stand, Manny. Josh Alexander isn't his Callis family, and it's just like watching like the putties fight the Power Rangers every week.
Yeah.
When you do the Callis family, where they're gonna whoop them up. They're gonna whoop them up in the end. They may have a little struggle, and then all of a sudden he brings the Black Ranger brings out his gun axe, and then it's over. It's over. Okay.
It's true. Again, that was the weapon. That was the weapon he had.
Man just couldn't have an axe. They were like, give this man a gun. But they all had gats. They all actually had gats that they never used on the buddies. I think they used them like once or twice. They had to break them out, but they should have started off like just gun them down. But that's what Josh Alexander is. He's a fucking putty. He may as well be Mark Davis out there, or anybody else in the couch front, or Brian Cage, where that Tony has no real plans for these people or background. Like, they're going to have these good showings, but nothing's going to come up. The couch family looks weak again, they lose. Not to just compare to the WWE, but I don't see the Vision out there losing every week. I'm just saying. I don't see the Judgment Day may be out there losing, but you know what? They get their win back every now and then. They're about 50-50 as it comes. But of these factions, I take like somebody like JD McDonough more serious than I take a Josh Alexander because something could happen. He could win.
Yeah, I just feel I feel like there's a lot of the people in that Callis family have a ceiling and they've hit it. in terms of in that Callis family, because they'd seen nothing more than as you've just said, putties.
Yeah, but here's where I disagree with you. I feel like these people do have a ceiling. They can, if Tony took them serious, these people can actually do things.
Yeah,
they
but this is it.
Lance Archer could be a monster.
But this is it, though. This is it. The Don Callis family have a ceiling. They can't go any higher. They cannot go any higher.
Yeah. I believe like you said, like they have hit their ceiling, but I do feel like these people do have talent. They can actually do something with it. Like, I don't think Josh Allen should be thrown to the wayside like Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and the Roosh and these million other guys they have on their roster that do almost the exact same thing, but Shane Taylor just out there losing every single week. I just feel like they have more potential than that. Let's give me a reason to care about Josh Alexander. They have never gave me one reason to care about Josh Alexander in this company. That, oh my God, it's Josh Alexander. He's the wrestler at TNA.
So this comment, this part is quite lengthy and it relates to wrestling styles. He says, I know I'm in the minority with this, but the WWE style is not the be all end all of wrestling styles. I feel this is just a conditioning that fans have because WWE holds a longevity card above every other promotion. So fans use them as the measuring stick. The WWE style, especially as of late, is just to play for the hard camera. Matches are booked for social media engagement. Plus, the matches on weekly TV and the matches on pay-per-view are damn near the same, and not in a good way, because most of them are just moving to get to the next spot. AEW is a much more physical style of wrestling, and I assume that all three of you were athletes at some point, so you can relate with the fact that your body adapts to physicality. And since they're pros, they understand what is manageable and what to avoid. Do you want to go on that first?
Yeah, I don't think WWE style is be all end all. In fact, it's kind of pretty meh most of the time. In the ring, WWE is more about characters and promos and stuff. And I guess that's not even priority now. It's more advertisement, Slim Jim and Prime and Reeboks or whatever else they're trying to sell and some bullshit. I feel that the WWE style is probably preferred for the simple reason I like the longevity of the wrestlers. I like my wrestlers staying healthy. I don't like people risking their life in every single match. Yeah, you can have an exciting match every once now and then, but for every Dynamite, every Collision, every Rampage, or whatever, wrestlers out there risking their neck and serious injury, smashing all types of weapons and shit in their head. You don't have to do that on every show. I feel like every time Will Ospreay or Kyle Fletcher or give me a wrestler, I can't think of anybody. Hangman Page, MJF. I don't know.
I mean, Hangman kind of wrestles a kind of safe style. He's not out there.
I'm talking about his hardcore matches.
Yeah, but those don't happen every week. If you could, the two names you named, yeah, I would put Darby in that. I hope I'm touching wood as I say this, but I'm gonna watch that man die on TV.
Please don't touch your wood on the stream, Manny. We may get kicked off.
But we at some point we're gonna either watch this man die on TV or die on pay-per-view. And I don't want to bear witness to that because the way he falls sometimes, I'm just like, that's not for me, brother.
But you can argue that Mick Foley wrestles kind of the style of I'm going to go for broke and risk my life and limb and all that. But you see, for me, the argument that is I see the repercussions of what has happened to Mick. I'm sure he regrets wrestling the way he did.
Yeah.
Like, throwing his body on the line each time. I just think that you can go out there and have a simple match that would be WWE light or similar or whatever. You can call it, maybe up it up a little bit. But if you save your big moments, your big matches for pay-per-views, and you shouldn't be trying to fall through the sky off a ladder in between two chairs and glass like Darby or taking power drivers to the outside and Just risk it all. I'm talking about this for all the wrestlers, men, women alike, who go out there each week and they got to say, we're having WrestleMania tonight. Like, you don't need this. No one's asked you for this. No one's going to be upset if you, I won't say phone it in, but you pull back just a little bit. You don't show all your cards because, as you may say, WWE matches may blur into the way they wrestle on pay-per-view and the wrestle on Raw. I say the same thing about AEW, in which it does that, except for maybe on pay-per-view you may get a bomb or something go off. I don't know.
I think yeah, the fact that there isn't that much differentiation in both, to be fair, like you alluded to, like AEW Dynamite and the way they originally on Collision is very much the same the way they do it, to do the way they do it on pay-per-view. But then that sometimes it does leave something missing in terms of when it's on pay-per-view. It feels like they're they have to really elevate and raise the bar to make you wow you on pay-per-view. They do most of the time, don't get me wrong. It's just if you watch there's a Pro Wrestling Bits video on the people that get 5-star matches. Ignore the fact that he is a perennial hater of AEW. Like this man hates AEW with a passion. But
no, I don't believe he actually even hates AEW. He just knows it gets the most clicks.
But the way he described it is true. If you look at the people that have the most 5-star matches, they are in the worst shape in terms of like the way their health is in their body. Look at Danielson. Look at Ospreay. He needs neck surgery.
Yeah, and it keeps going. And the list goes on.
And he also alludes to look at Okada now. Like he's phoning it in AEW. He's not even trying.
Yeah,
he's just collecting his paycheck. He doesn't have to try anymore. He's got the bag.
Yeah, and then which is also add longevity to his career somehow. It was like I phoned it in, which is I don't hate the man for it. I look at wrestling like I kind of look at the NFL, in which I don't want these guys to severely get hurt. Yeah, I missed the big hits from back in the day, and you got jacked up and all that shit. But at the end of the day, you don't want these people going through the issues of CTE. You don't want a Junior Seau situation or, all the other people who have had all the mental and physical wear and tear for years of playing professional football. I know they know what they're signing up for, but you don't want to see your hero. You don't want, like, if I were to watch, let me think, Aaron Rodgers 20 years from now, and he's like a little off. He's crippled, and he's crippled, and he's all beat up, and he looks like he's been through it. Like, I wouldn't want to see that, or any of these quarterbacks, Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or something like that. I wouldn't want to see them all beat up and stuff. So I'm glad there are these rules. Like, no one should have to go through abuse like Cam Newton or Michael Vick or few other people. There's a lot of people who just took abuse after abuse of hits. Where you just be like, man, this is causing long-term damage, and that's how I feel about wrestling. Like, I don't want to see them actually suffer.
It's like the NXT Hall of Famers of Adam Cole and Keith Lee. Now, it's not necessarily.
Wait, you put him in the Hall of Fame?
For NXT, sure. My NXT Hall of Famers. But most of it is health issues with Keith Lee. But the Adam Cole one, where he probably can't go anymore, and that's sad. And that you actually feel that one as like he might not be ever to go wrestle again, and that actually makes me sad. Because that man was so talented in the ring, so good on the microphone, and we have made fun of him for his size.
We always make fun of his size. He's a little pocket man. What do you want?
But he's so good at what he does. He's so like I go back to that match with Danielson on that SmackDown when everyone couldn't make it back from Saudi. How good was that SmackDown when it was NXT versus SmackDown of the available SmackDown stars? him not being able to do it again because of the way he probably he said, yeah, let's fucking do it with Carl Fletcher, where did that
Mhm.
power buckle that it was a buckle bomb, but it was like a power bomb onto the ring apron and various other
Yeah.
things. You can't. I'm not blaming Kyle, but it did lead to this whole thing where he can't
Who
wrestle
else can
anymore.
you play for that?
But like, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
my favorite wrestler, Big E, that was just done on a SmackDown. Like, and he
Yeah.
can't wrestle again. It's I these things hurt me.
Well, as people bring up the art form, mostly Bret Hart, who's out there who tells everybody they suck. The art form is to actually make to look like you're in a fight and not actually hurt anybody, but convince the crowd to fall in love with everything.
But that's
And you know what?
that's
That should be that's the art of wrestling. That should be the art of wrestling. It shouldn't
yeah, but
be
that's not
let's
what wrestling
actually
is
hurt
completely
ourselves.
though. That's maybe about 30% of what pro wrestling is these days. Technical wrestling. Technical wrestling doesn't make up a lot of wrestling these days. If you think about
Yeah.
it,
No,
it's
no,
all high
I know what I mean.
flying, hardcore matches, and all this stuff. I think his whole thing of I never hurt anybody puts him in a small niche because the wrestling has changed since he was a wrestler.
Yeah, but you know what? Not too much though. In which the art form, you can change the art form a little bit, elevate it, like Osprey has, or Kenny has, or Danielson or whoever. You can go out there and elevate it and change the game a little bit, but you can still have the same principle of I still don't want to hurt myself or my opponent, and we want to make it have a good match and entertain the crowd. You can still do that, and I think there are some wrestlers out there who are able to do that, and not risk it all, quote quote.
So he finishes this comment with not at all using this as a method of attack, but I
It's
think it's
attack.
healthy to have an additional perspective of what may not be taken into consideration. No. I agree with most of half the stuff you say, and then you've got to look at the other side as well. I appreciate your comment.
Yeah,
I appreciate your comments.
I always welcome a differentiated opinion. I hate hearing my opinions echoed. Not personal, Manny, you and Eric, but a lot of times we agree on a lot of stuff.
Because we like similar things.
Yeah, I don't like. I like the discourse of you have an argument, I have an argument. Let's see if we can find something in the middle. Like should be that should be the way a good show works. It shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I like that. Oh, I hated this segment with AJ Lee, and I don't ever try to be contrary. Just we should always be like, oh yeah. There's sometimes when we do combat and go have a difference of opinion and stuff. But
and it makes for a better show.
Yeah, it makes for a better show. That's what I like. I like that we go back and forth. That we can go back and forth and say this is the right way. Because at the end of the day, none of us are right. It's all subjective. It's what you prefer. Like if you prefer someone getting stabbed in the mouth with needles, that's your preference. If I prefer the Grande Americano storyline or watching KAIRI throw little jabs, that's my preference, or something stupid like that. Or a blindfold match, that's my preference. Everybody has different tastes, and I like hearing alternate perspective of why so and so would like this taste or this style or what's going on with this storyline. So always a difference of opinion is welcome. I don't feel attacked ever if someone has a different opinion than me, and that's the problem with the world today. People, if you have a different opinion, it shouldn't be let's go. Oh, you're an idiot. I hate you. You're evil. Let's kill each other or whatnot. It should be let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. But people bullshit these days.
He said to that Kane comment that I mentioned about AEW becoming more family friendly. He said, "No, why do we constantly want AEW to be WWE like? They have developed an identity that is refreshing enough to be an alternative to the E." I think I understand your point of view, but I also can see Kane's point of view. Becoming more family friendly means you're more likely to open up to more money. It will open you up to going to bigger arenas more frequently, and more families and stuff coming in, and that brings in revenue. And I think that's what we're getting at. I think AEW could be a lot more profitable, but but staying in the identity that they've built. Not that saying not what they're doing isn't profitable, but they could be making more money.
Yeah. So I believe we're all getting that in that comment of I don't want AEW to ever be like WWE. But when we were talking about this subject, it was more like they have an opportunity to steal this market. They have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to win, to take the lead of the war of wrestling promotions. WWE, this big juggernaut bully coming in with all their ads and Saudi money and all that shit. Neglecting the common fan. We're saying AEW could be the show for the people, and that it could bring in, it could steal that audience. It could become number one, and maybe at the end of the day, it could convince WWE, hey, maybe we should stop being dicks and chasing money and actually provide a good product.
Because AEW isn't pricing people out at this moment in time. Sure, ringside is expensive, but everywhere else is affordable in AEW.
And Manny, I'm sorry to cut you off. Ringside may be expensive for AEW, but it seems like pennies compared to what WWE is trying to do to people.
Yeah. Like, God forbid London did get a WrestleMania. Do you know how fucking expensive that is? Like they drive up the price anyway when they're over here.
Yeah, not only would it be $100,000, man, you got to give a kidney, and your firstborn son has to be guaranteed to join the Performance Center.
I think last April when I sat front row at a live event, that was £700. 700.
That's not bad.
Not bad. But imagine if that was a Raw, SmackDown, or a pay-per-view. You're looking at about 5,000 minimum,
if not 10.
Yeah.
So our main thing is AEW has a chance and an opportunity to capture the market with WWE being extremely unlikable these days.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing, though. Do you know when Levi was coming in here a couple of months ago? Not Levi of old. Like AEW's the best in the world. Nothing else exists other than AEW. That was his approach to it. The whole thing we were saying is WWE is on the up, but those times don't last forever. And the way they're making moves when it's not fan friendly, this is the time for AEW. They don't have to raise the prices. They don't have to become a WWE light. They just need to raise the prices enough that it's still affordable, and they're still putting on a great product. Because what you get from AEW is great value for money. Yes, their pay-per-views are fucking long. Yes, you got 10 matches. Yes, you maybe get that overload. But you can't ever leave an AEW pay-per-view and go, I didn't get my value for money. No, a lot of the time with WWE, when you watch a pay-per-view, if I was in person for some of those pay-per-views, I would feel shafted.
Yeah,
like I would have felt like bummed out. Like I got 5 matches and probably one of them was good.
Or WrestleMania, I had a good time. Went this year to Allegiant Stadium, yada yada yada. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and all that. At the end of that show, night 2, although altogether night 2 was a better night than night 1, but at the end of the day, you feel kind of shafted that the storyline between The Rock, Travis Scott, and John Cena really didn't play out. It kind of just ended. And you just kind of like, what was that? How was that the main event? They did nothing. You're expecting everything to happen, and it's this bullshit ending, and you just feel shafted. And I feel like on AEW, you will get a great match before they start doing the fuckery. Where you go like, oh, here comes gasoline.
Yeah. So I don't think they need to be WWE light, but I just feel if you market it a little bit more to being not completely family friendly, but like a little bit, just a tiny bit where you can open up arenas more because you can bring in more families and stuff. One, you'd be more profitable. Yeah. But what? No, because there's kids in there.
Yeah. There's kids in there. No, it's like when I see kids at AEW show, I'm like, it's like kids in the strip club. What are y'all doing here? Y'all couldn't be here. This is crazy shit.
Yeah, but like you do that a little bit. You don't have to do it all the time, but you can bring in such more people, and then you've got more. Then you create more fans.
Yeah. Again, if the AEW wants to win this war, WWE, they honestly just stay the course. They don't have to do a goddamn thing. They don't have to listen to a word.
WWE can kill themselves.
Yeah.
I think
That's
they've got
what I'm
another
saying.
2 years on top before we start talking about AEW properly again.
I think
Because
this
AEW
have
on the come up again.
Yeah, how much negative press does WWE have in 2025? It's just all negative. Like,
Yeah.
I was watching Monday Night Raw, and I know not to make this political, but in these crazy fucking times of a civil war about to break out anyway, it's hard not to be. I thought Raw was going to start with a Charlie Kirk tribute, and they do a 10-bell salute. Because the NFL were doing salutes and moments of silence and shit. I was like, I don't want to see that shit. So, but they are very political these days. They're greedy. They're
Very greedy.
Very greedy. Is the term.
Very greedy.
Like my gold tooth is hurting greedy. Like,
no, Marcus. I'm gonna hit you with I'm gonna hit you with something from way back. It's Augustus Gloop when he saw that chocolate river and he was like and then the little orange man were like, what will you do if you do?
Hold on. Manny, I want to pause you for a minute. You know, August, if we're doing this analogy, WWE cannot be chocolate goop and Augustus because Triple K don't like that dark shit. Now, this was Sean talking about watching NXT. That's what NXT's like. Chocolate cake everywhere. Sean's all over that. Triple K will be Baruka going for the gold egg. I want it all. It's mine. I want it all. Or whatever that song was.
I see why Vince wanted to keep Triple H down now.
Yeah. Come on, Daddy.
He's got delusions of grandeur.
But I know it's not just him. We can't put it all on Triple H. It is the TKO brand.
It's Nick Khan.
Nick Khan, TKO, whoever, all of them. Saudi Arabia is going to buy WWE in like a year or two.
Yeah. And
I think I might be out. I think I'm out.
I think I might have to be out.
Yeah.
At the end of the show.
Well, we still got AEW. I'll still cover them. But the monopoly they're trying to run and trying to put AEW out of business, like, even their business tactics are just unlikely. Like, going against AEW every weekend, who the fuck wants to see that? Let the people watch these shows.
Yeah, I
understand the business practice. I understand it. I respect the strategy. But it's really unlikable that you're trying to take them out.
Yeah, I'm not watching All Out Live this weekend. I'm just not. There's too much wrestling. I don't want to be burnt out for what could be one of the best WWE pay-per-views of the year.
You're talking about Wrestlepalooza.
The Palooza, come on, man.
You know, Randy, how disappointed you're going to be. Because you're going to think of it this way. This is the first of many. And how many shows are going to be so they're going to have ads. It's going to be so many ads.
We'll find out this weekend.
Wrestlepalooza is filled with match, ad, match, talking segment, ad. Like, this is just the first one. I can imagine this could just be like Saturday Night Main Event, and this would be the format of Saturday Night Main Event, and these big shows are just ad shows, and it's just going to be just all about the ad revenue and not about the quality and the watching of the show. Yes, I'm watching it via VPN on Netflix, and I probably won't get the ads that people who are watching on the ESPN app would get, or ESPN, but it's just going to be, I think it's going to be a headache. And I don't want to see Stephen A. talk wrestling. I don't need this shit. If he's on there,
it's even worse when he was talking boxing and MMA. He don't belong there.
You don't know what the fuck he's talking about on anything, and he's just out there.
The only thing I trust is kind of basketball. When he starts talking about NFL, I'm like, shut up, Stephen A.
All you think I want to see Stephen A. for, to be honest, is just hating on the players.
No,
like I don't honestly care about that. I want to see him criticizing LeBron. I want to see him out there talking bad about the Cowboys. I want to see him suffering with his Knicks. Like, that's the shit I like seeing Stephen A. for. I don't care about him trying to break down a boxing match or something. I know you don't know the fuck you talking about.
Well, I think that was the end of Maurice's comments. And also, this was supposed to be a short show.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Maurice. You extended the show. You energized us with these comments and whatnot. And it extended the show. And you know what? It was a good conversation.
Yeah, be like Maurice. We appreciate everyone that puts comments in the chat. But like, if if you do leave an email or you leave a comment after the videos are posted, we'll do this format. I think this format worked pretty well. We broke down the comment and just spoke freely about each other, and then moved on to the next one. I think that was really good. I think we should do this more.
Yeah, we're at our best when one, we're roasting each other, or two, we're having a good discussion that someone else brought up, and we have to chime in and actually have to give our opinions or have a difference of opinions. I think that's when the show does best.
Yeah. So we'll end it there because we are both absolutely broken men.
Yeah.
Like the video, subscribe if you haven't.
Delete.
Put another black X for me, just an X.
Yeah, no, the ref is calling it off. We're done. Get them out. The match is over. They're really hurt. They're really tired.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Thursday. And then we'll be back on Saturday for the Palooza.
Yep, the Palooza. How many ads are like? I'm already ready to shit on the ads. I can already hear it, Manny. Can you already hear it?
No,
you already hear the complaints.
The Netflix deal is going to wipe them all out, and I'm not going to hear them.
No, but you can already hear. I'm talking about the complaints from the people.
I signed up.
I already hear
$9.99.
I already
$9.99.
I smell the complaints from the people already, and I agree with them already.
No, I want to see what it's like. I'm assuming Eric's going to be watching on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean he has it. I mean he should.
He has to be the one that trials it.
Yeah, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is bullshit."
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe. We'll be back on Thursday. Peace. He didn't make that.
Switch. That was a switch.
That was a switch. Too much. Swishes, it lands flush. It doesn't make noise.
That was a flush. It landed in the bag. It's a trash bag. It landed flush inside the trash bag. It was smooth.
It wasn't.
Steph Curry is crying a little bit. That's how beautiful that shot was. That man just shit his pants.
I do look like I'm being held back by a dog.
Well, wait just a fucking minute.
I'll fucking kill you.
Okay. Yeah, Rick is like, it's okay. It's okay. You can just go back inside. No. He got me fucked up.
I don't even know what I'm talking about in that video.
What? You never heard the term you got me fucked up?
No. I would want to know what I was been doing to produce that face.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? I don't even know. I don't ever care. I just scroll through and see when we have an exaggerate. I make so few exaggerated faces. I'm annoyed with myself. I just sit here. I look like I have no arms. Everything's oral. Everything's out the mouth.
I think you do more when we're all together on a Saturday show.
No, even on Saturday show, I don't move. My arms don't move. It's just all mouth and head. It's annoying. I can't get a good. I'm just gonna start being animated. Last time I was animated, I did the doggy pedal and I was joking. And I can't use that for a screenshot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we'll be back on Thursday. Peace.